and I was getting a tattoo during the death from above, and it's the banner from the death card that Kilgore is throwing on his victims. But there's also falling from it is the apple from the giving tree. There's my life. Deal with it.
He's the star of 2.5 Men, inspirational speaker, pep talk to the UCLA baseball team. He's Charlie Sheen back on the show.
During his new interview, he sarcastically said he's been elected president of the United States and compared himself to Superman.
We all love Charlie, you know?
Oh, man, I was banging 7-gram rocks and finishing them because that's how I roll. I have one speed, I have one gear. Go.
And I'm, at most of the time, and this is, this includes naps. I'm an F-18, bro, and I will destroy you in the air, and I will deploy my ordnance to the ground. Anyway, thought you were just messing with one dude. Sorry. Winning. Yeah, I sound like Demi Moore in her 80s. What's up with that? Jesus. The shape I was showing up in was epic, was beyond comprehension. Never been drunk, never been high on the set once, but would show up having not slept much, doing a network run-through and asking the director to move my mark a little bit just so I could be next to a piece of furniture or a table.
So you could lean on it?
Yeah, so it wouldn't fall over. But Dan, that is an expert move by a seasoned professional.
And when I was at your house, I said, man, great job being completely sober and, how important it was.
But I can't use the word sober because that's a term from those people, and I have cleansed myself. I closed my eyes, and in a nanosecond, I cured myself from this ridiculous model of disease. Here I am here and ready. I'm actually hungry. This bootleg cult, arrogantly referred to as Alcoholics Anonymous, Alex, supports a 5% success rate. My success rate is 100%. Do the math.
The last time I took drugs, I probably took more than anybody could survive. Yeah. Yeah, I am on a drug. It's called Charlie Sheen. It's not available because if you try it once, you will die. Your face will melt off, and your children will weep over your exploded body.
Apocalypse will teach you how to live inside of a moment between a moment. It's genuine, it's crystalline, it's pure, and it's available to everybody. You just shut your traps and put down your McDonald's, your vaccines, your Russ Weekly, your TMZ, and the rest of it. I'm here, and I'm ready. They're not. Bring it. Chuck offered an olive branch. This is how I interpreted it, right? It's a reflection of how he feels in comparison to how insane my life appears at times. So I took it as a huge compliment. He basically wrote a brilliant little piece of literature and called me Superman. Don't people get it? The only thing I'm addicted to right now is winning.
I use a blender, I use a vacuum cleaner, I use, household items.
My motto now is you either love or you hate, and you must do so violently. Stay away from the crack, which I think is pretty good advice, unless you can manage it socially, Dan. If you can manage it socially, then go for it, but not a lot of people can, They lay down with their ugly wives in front of their ugly children and just look at their loser lives, and then they look at me and they say, I can't process it. Well, no, and you never will. Stop trying. Just sit back and enjoy the show.
I've been like the aw shucks guy with like this bitch in rock star life, and I'm just finally going to completely embrace it, wrap both arms around it, and love it violently, and defend it violently through violent hatred.
And you have to hate everybody that's not in your family, because they're there to destroy your family. And they will come at you in all forms and shapes.
No, I think the mistakes I made is that people misinterpret my passion for anger.
And if you're a part of my family, I will love you violently. If you infiltrate and try to hurt my family, I will murder you violently. And people say, oh, you got to work through your resentments. Yeah, no, I'm going to hang on to them, and they're going to fuel my attack. And they're going to fuel the battle cry of my deadly and dangerous secret and silent soldiers, because they're all around you. You get Lindsay on the show, I'll call in, because I got some advice for her. I got some things I'd recommend she consider, because I don't tell anybody what to do.
People beyond myself, people a lot more important than me, are relying on that money to fuel the magic.
Let me just say this about the goddesses. I don't believe the term is good enough. But when you're bound by these terrestrial descriptions, you must use the best choice available.
Well, you've read about the goddesses. Come on, they're an international sensation.
I'm going to hang out with these two smoking hotties and fly privately around the world. What we all have is a marriage of the hearts. And to sully, to contaminate, or or radically disrespect this union with a shameful contract is something I will, leave to the amateurs and the Bible grippers.
And you're working out even a couple times a day sometimes.
Well, yeah, but there's only one time in the gym, if you catch my drift, Alex. Whatever. We're not live, are we? I'm so tired of pretending like my life isn't perfect and bitching and just winning every second, and I'm not perfect and bitching and just delivering the goods at every frickin' turn, because look what I'm dealing with, man. I'm dealing with fools and trolls.
You're like, little more, little more. Add some gold, add some gold. Bingo. I'm here to collect.
It's just strafing runs in my underwear before my first cup of coffee because I don't have time for these clowns. Yeah, but that kind of blew up in my face. Like an exploding crack pipe, Dan. Sorry. Rhymes with winning. Anyone? Yeah, that would be us. Because I have real fame. They have nothing. They have zero. They have that night, and I will forget about them as the last image of them exits my beautiful home. PBR Street Gang, this is almighty, I copy, over.
But occasionally, a giant marquee name comes through on your caller ID, and it's like, winning.
It's like, sorry, but you, sir, are obviously a coward in a cheap suit. Well, I would say to B.O., like, how much faith can I possibly have in you to run this entire country when 20 questions from a high school dropout sitcom actor appear to be too much to handle for you and your staff?
What's your one piece of advice if I have Lindsay Lohan on?
Work on your impulse control. Just try to think things through a little bit before you do them. Now, check it. I was not there in the store. The necklace, the thing, some bracelet. Who cares? I mean, they're so desperate to vilify. I'm not just Captain Willard. I'm not just my dad, and I'm heading up the river to kill another part of me, which is Kurt's. I am every character in between, save for that little weirdo with his gut strapped in, begging for water. Let's put out a challenge right now. I mean, if I'm not a Gotten Milk campaign right now, stay away from the crack. Drink chocolate milk. If you love with violence and you hate with violence, there's nothing that can be questioned.
What are we talking about? How much?
I don't know, man. I was banging 7-gram rocks and finishing them because that's how I roll. I have one speed. I have one gear. Go.
How do you survive that?
Because I'm me.
Newsflash, I am special, and I will never be one of you.
Because I'm me. I'm different. I just have a different constitution. I have a different brain. I have a different heart. I have a different, I get tiger blood.
Check it, Alex. I embarrassed him in front of his children and the world by healing at a pace that his unevolved mind cannot process. And bring me a challenge, somebody. Bring me a freaking challenge because, it just ain't there. Winning. A little bit, yeah, because you do something like this and, you get into kind of, I don't want to say a redundant pattern, but it gets very sort of, redundant. Well, I'm not Thomas Jefferson. He was a pussy.
But, you should have read the directions before you showed up at the party.
Dude, it's so impossible. It's like, I don't have any answers, man. I can't tell people what to do. I don't come at people from a place of judgment or opinion. If I've got some facts, that's what I stand on. In 22 years, the only winners I could locate in their toothless warren were either driving a convertible van or living like trolls under some abandoned bridge.
I'm by winning. I win here and I win there. But for me, it's I've just answered to a higher calling, and it happened in the blink of an eye. And I blinked and I cured my brain.
But I dare anyone to debate me on things. Debate me on AA right now. I have a disease? Bullshit. I cured it with my brain, with my mind. I think somebody is running at him right now with a tape recording of what I just spoke and said, they're on to us, man. He's back. We thought he was dead. Nice try, fellas.
The run I was on made Sinatra, Flynn, Jagger, Richards, all of them just look like, droopy-eyed, armless children. But the Nike slogan doesn't say, just try it. I may forget about them tomorrow, but they'll live with that memory for the rest of their lives, and that's a gift, man. I'm not interested in what people believe. I'm interested in what I believe, and I believe in the truth. And that's what rules me.
I mean, there's not much you can say other than genius, and people are so, mystified by this odyssey that refuses to stop calling itself Charlie Sheen.
You borrow my brain for 5 seconds and just be like, dude, can't handle it. Unplug this bastard. Yeah, because it fires in a way that is, I don't know, maybe not from this particular terrestrial realm.
As I say. I ain't hiding. It's win, win, win. You know, here's your first pee test. Next one goes in your mouth. No, you won't get high. Desperate and, I don't know, broken down plagiarist stayed high on acid until the day he died. I can't seem to find that chapter in his silly book of lies. It's all good. It's all good, guys. Quit panicking. Quit panicking. No panic, no judgment. You know, I've been some problems lately and this and that, and I'm sort of notorious for, you know, surfacing, you know, going deep undercover, deep underground.
Because I expose people to magic. I expose them to something they're never otherwise going to see in their boring, normal lives, and I gave that to them.
Well, we all have to sit in here and touch ourselves and frown. Well, you know, you don't look like you're having a lot of fun. Well, I don't live in the middle anymore. That's where you get slaughtered. That's where you get embarrassed in front of the prom queen.
Can't is the cancer of happen.
You know, it might be lonely up here, but I sure like the view, Alex.
Dying's for fools.
I'm done. I'm done. It's on. Bring it.
Well, they didn't give me any advice, and within that, there's great advice.
Where there were 4, there are now 3. Bye-bye, Brooke, and good luck in your travels. You're going to need it badly.
Consider the source. They're going to, and everybody takes their word over mine.
Oh, winning? Anyone? Sorry, man. Didn't make the rules. Oops. But you can't focus on things that matter if all you've been is asleep for 40 years. Funny how sleep rhymes with sheep.
Ooh, drugs my hell.
Well, you've been warned, dude. Bring it. I'm sorry, man. I got magic and I got poetry at my fingertip. It's over. There's a new sheriff in town, and he has an army of assassins. Duh. We work for the Pope. We murder people. It's guys like you and I, and Nails, and all the other gnarly gnarlingtons in my life. That we are high priest, Vatican assassin warlocks.
Creator Chuck Lorre.
Chaim Levine, yeah, that's Chuck's real name. If he chooses to do so, he will stop your heart, and he will behead you.
He posted this message at the end of Monday night's show that reads, "I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do drugs, I don't have crazy, reckless sex with strangers. If Charlie Sheen outlives me, I'm going to be really expletive."
Bull, S-H-I-T. Okay, last I checked, Chaim, I've spent, I think, close to the last decade, I don't know, effortlessly and magically converting your tin cans into pure gold. Quit hiding, it's embarrassing, dude. Next subject. And they will lose the rest of their lives as they think about me and my life the rest of their life. Oh, wait, can't process it. Losers, winning. Goodbye.